right, this is about a tragedy that once again raises troubling questions about Canada's overwhelmed public healthcare system. A 44-year-old Indian origin man, Prashant Sreekumar, died of a suspected cardiac arrest after waiting over 8 hours in the emergency room of a hospital in Edmonton in Alberta. Despite reporting severe chest pain, which is a classic symptom of cardiac distress, we are told no urgent treatment came, and by the time help actually arrived, it was too late. Prashant was a father of 3, and this incident is now being cited as yet another example of the systemic delays that plague emergency care in Canada. In fact, his grieving father has gone on record saying his son was in unbearable pain but still left waiting. Prashant's wife has now reacted to this tragedy. Listen in to her reaction.
He was sitting in the triage complaining of constant chest pain. His BP constantly kept on rising with the last recorded blood pressure of 210. He was taken inside. He was only prescribed Tylenol during the entire waiting time that he was outside, and he was not given help. They said that chest pain is not considered acute problem. They do not suspect a cardiac arrest. When he came inside, he was asked to sit down. He got up for a fraction of seconds and he collapsed. He fainted, and the nurse was heard saying that I do not feel a pulse. So basically, the hospital administration, the employees of Grey Nuns Hospital have basically killed my husband, Prashant Sreekumar, by not providing him timely medical help.
My colleague Aditya Raj Kaul has been tracking the finer details. He joins us with further clarity at this point. Aditya, do we have any official response from the hospital in Canada to the 8-hour delay in emergency care for Prashant? We've just heard from Prashant's wife.
Well, this is yet another case that really highlights the complete unfortunate state of the health system in Canada. We are talking about the Grey Nuns Hospital in southeast Edmonton in Canada. And we heard the wife of Prashant Sreekumar talking about how he was taken by his client to the Grey Hospital in Canada and Edmonton. But even though he was complaining about a severe chest pain while at work on December 22nd, there was no action taken by the doctors. The father of the 3 was kept in the Edmonton Hospital's emergency room waiting area for more than 8 hours, raising very, very significant and serious questions about the emergency healthcare in Canada. This is not the first case. There have been several other cases that have been highlighted in the past as well. And within the Canadian Parliament, the healthcare crisis has been discussed ad nauseum. In fact, this has happened even during the time of Justin Trudeau, Minister. There were several questions raised on the kind of policies that the Canadian government particular issue, but whether there will be a course correction now, whether there will be responsibility sought and action taken, that needs to be seen at this particular time. As of now, there doesn't seem that there is any acknowledgement, apology or action that the local hospital or the government is going to take.
Right, as Aditya is reporting so far, there is no apology coming in from the local hospital. Aditya, do stay on with us as we play Prashant's wife's reaction for our viewers once again.
He was sitting in the triage complaining of constant chest pain. His BP constantly kept on rising with the last recorded blood pressure of 210. He was taken inside. He was only prescribed Tylenol during the entire waiting time that he was outside, and he was not given help. They said that chest pain is not considered acute problem. They do not suspect a cardiac arrest. When he came inside, he was asked to sit down. He got up for a fraction of seconds and he collapsed. He fainted, and the nurse was heard saying that I do not feel a pulse. So basically, the hospital administration, the employees of Grey Nuns Hospital have basically killed my husband, Prashant Sreekumar, by not providing him timely medical help.
Aditya, tell us, How common are such delays in emergency rooms in Canada? Is there any data or any patterns pointing to some sort of systemic overload? And have health service officials in Canada even acknowledged any breach of protocol after what Prashant's wife has accused them of?
Yes, certainly, Parmeshwar. Canada's healthcare, for some time, there has been increase in the procedures, benchmarks are missed really, and there is an aging population and workforce shortages which are contributing to the problem as well. But the centralized booking and the outpatient surgeries are suggested solutions, but certainly there is no action at the central level, the federal level by the government, and even though at the junior level as well. So in this particular case, the family is agitated. This is a clear open and shut case, but the hospital or the local administration seems to be completely asleep, has not taken any action at all. In fact, the local journalists have reached out to the hospital and the network of hospitals that is run by this particular company, but unfortunately there has been no response and they have refused to speak. Same with the government as well. And as I've said, this is a crisis that has taken place not just in Edmonton, across Canada over the years, the healthcare crisis. There is a severe shortage of doctors, staff, and the response mechanism and SOPs that the hospitals really have. And unfortunately, it's like a ticking time bomb in Canada. If action not taken, then certainly there would be several unfortunate more casualties like that of Prashant.
So much for joining us with the details that have emerged so far.